Hello, and welcome back to our School at Home class in English Grade 5. We are in the third quarter of our set of lessons, and I hope that everybody will be excited with lesson number 17, Revising Writing for Clarity, Uses of Punctuation Marks. So, in this lesson, you are expected to 1. Identify punctuation marks used in a sentence. 2. Use some common punctuation marks correctly in sentences. And 3. Enumerate some tips how to be prepared in time of emergency and disasters. For a start, do the following exercise. You can pause this video if you will need more time. Press play again when you're finished with the activity and when you're ready to proceed with the lesson. Direction: put a check mark if you think the punctuation mark matches with its symbol, and mark cross if not. Write your answers in your notebook. 1. Quotation mark. 2. Exclamation mark. 3. Apostrophe. 4. Colon. 5. Comma. Congratulations on doing everything correctly. Excellent! For our recap, graphic organizers are useful educational tools in any subject area. They help students organize their thoughts and ideas in answering questions, function as a pre-writing tool for essays, and provide a visual display of information. They can be an easy way to differentiate instruction for a variety of learning styles as well. Let us name some commonly used graphic organizers you have learned. First, yes, it is a Venn diagram. It is used for comparison and contrast. Next, where do we use timeline? Correct! Timeline is used in presenting events in sequential order. And lastly is fishbone, and it is used for identifying all possible root causes for an effect or a problem. Today, let us talk about correct usage of punctuations. Punctuation marks are important in both written and spoken English. In written English, the correct usage of these symbols helps to express the intended meaning of the sentence. In spoken English, punctuation marks denote the pauses and intonations to be used when reading aloud. Incorrect punctuation can change the meaning of a sentence. For instance, compare the following two sentences. Let's eat, Mom. Let's eat, Mom. Do you see how the usage of a comma changes the entire meaning in both the sentences? The absence of comma in the first sentence indicates that the speaker is asking to eat their mom, which does not make sense. Why would you eat your mom, right? Whereas the comma after let's eat in the second sentence helps to convey the meaning that the speaker is suggesting to their mom to go and start eating, which sounds more sensible and may save lives. Now, let's learn some of the commonly used punctuation marks. Period. Usually used at the end of a declarative sentence. Example, our school promotes family preparedness plan for emergencies and calamities. 2. Mother taught us simple first aid techniques. This is how a period looks like. Next, question mark. Usually used at the end of an interrogative sentence to form a question. Example, do you know that about 20 earthquakes are recorded daily in the Philippines? What are the emergency numbers or hotline in our barangay? This is how a question mark looks like. The comma, used in separating words in a series. Example, we must have alcohol, extra clean face mask, gauze, and sanitizers ready in our go bag. 2. Excited to buy some suha, lakatan, durian, and mangosteen for Lola as my pasalubong. Also, We use comma in separating the dependent clauses and an independent clause in a complex sentence. Example, after this pandemic, I will travel to different provinces to help local tourism bounce back. 2. We should be proud to be a Filipino, not only in words, but in our actions. This is how a comma looks like. Next is exclamation mark. It is used to denote shock, surprise, anger, or a raised voice, or when expressing strong emotion. Example, earthquake! There's an earthquake! 2. You must not wear off your mask in public. This is an exclamation mark. And next is a colon. It is used to indicate what is to follow next. Example, my first aid kit contains the following: alcohol, bandage, flashlight, antiseptic, potable water, candy, and biscuits. Second, I have several favorite genres of movies: drama, science fiction, and mystery. This is how a colon looks like. Next one we have apostrophe. It is used to show possession. Example, have you seen the evacuation plan of the school? It can be, have you seen the school's evacuation plan? 2. The face mask of my daughter is clean and colorful. It can be, my daughter's face mask is clean and colorful. Next is we have a quotation mark. It is used to set off the direct quotation or direct speech of the speaker. This is how a quotation mark looks like. And the example is, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail, Benjamin Franklin said in one of his speeches. 2. We go to work for you. Please stay at home for us. Frontliners posted in social media. Now, let us read the following sentences and look closely to the punctuation marks used. Clap once if the sentence has correct punctuation mark, and clap twice if it needs correction. 1. She was wearing a hard hat for protection during her stay at construction site. 1 clap is correct. 2. What a beautiful piece of music for resiliency. Who composed it? Ask one of the listeners. Correct! 3. Thomas was so hungry. He ate everything in the house. Leftover corned beef, cold rice, hot dogs, pandesal, and boiled sabaw. 1 clap is correct. 4. This is our barangay's evacuation plan. Excellent! And lastly, I hope you are safe and sound, he said. 1 clap, it is correct. Good job! For our activity number 1, we write the following sentences using correct punctuation mark. Write correct if the sentence does not need any additional punctuation. Write your answers in your notebook. Begin now. Time's up. Here are the correct answers. Next, activity number 2. Make the following complex sentences correct. Separate the independent clause from the dependent clauses by using a comma. Begin. But don't forget to put your answers in your notebook. Make the following complex sentences correct. Separate the independent clause from the dependent clauses by using a comma. Write your answers in your notebook. Begin. Time's up. Now here are the answers. Good job in your answer. Now let us continue and let's have activity number 3. Directions. Rewrite the sentences. Change blank of the blank. phrases into possessive noun phrases using an apostrophe. Write your answers in your notebook. Begin. Time's up. Here are the answers. Congratulations, kids! You did a great job. To wrap everything up that we have talked about in this lesson, let us fill in the paragraph to make it correct. Choose your answer from the box below. And don't forget to put your answers in your notebook. Time's up. For our valuing, the thought of a natural disaster can be frightening, but you can prepare yourself and your family with a few simple steps. Though you may not know what kind of disaster will strike or when, if you take the time to prepare for several possible scenarios, you'll be ready in the event of an emergency. All you have to do is to write at least 3 tips how you can be prepared in case of a natural disaster like an earthquake. And you have to write it in your notebook. Start now. Thank you so much for your answers. Now, here are possible answers for that. 1. Always remember basic things to do before, during, and after a strong earthquake. 2. Have your first aid kit ready and visible. Keep calm and always pray to God. 3. Know the emergency numbers or hotline in your barangay. Good job, and don't forget that you can do it. For our post-it, choose the correct letter of the correct punctuation mark to make sentences correct. Write your answers in your notebook. Time's up. Next set. Direction. Choose the letter of the correct punctuation mark to make sentences correct. Time's up. Now here are the correct answers. I hope you enjoy viewing and answering to this video lesson. We have done lots of activities for today, so it's time to chill for a while. And by the way, which one are you? Oh, that's great! Goodbye for now and see you in the next lesson. Keep safe!